Hello. Previously, I added a collaboration feature that allows multiple users to work on same file, but that was not in real time. Whenever someone updates the file, other users has to refresh the page in order to see the changes. Today we will make it real time. We will do it in Node.js. First, create a folder named Node at the root directory of your project. Inside it, create a file named server.js. Then open this folder in your terminal and run the command npm init. This will initialize your Node.js project. Press enter to set the default values. Then install the modules Express for routing, HTTP for server, and Socket.io for WebSocket communication. Then start the server using no daemon server.js. In server.js file, we will include these modules, create an instance of Express, create an HTTP server, create an instance of Socket.io, and allow cores from all origins. Set the port, pick from server environment or set as 3000. Start the HTTP server. Socket.io has an event connection that will be called whenever a client connection is established with it. We will show the socket ID. Make sure there is no error in terminal. Now we will download the Socket.io JS library from CDN. Download this file paste in your public JS folder and include it in your app.blade.php. Check if the file is included without any error. Now go in config.php file in your config folder and create a variable that sets the value of Node.js server URL. This is a PHP variable, we need to get it in JavaScript. Create a hidden field and get its value. Check if the value is correctly fetched in JavaScript. Then establish a connection to Node.js server using Socket.io. As soon as I refresh, you will see the socket ID in terminal. Then we need to send the user ID to tell the socket server which user is logged in. In header.js file, when the user is successfully logged in, we will emit a socket.io event connect and pass the user ID. In server.js, we will create an array that holds the socket IDs of all users. Inside socket.io connection, use socket object to listen to connect event. When it is received, then we will save it in users array like this and display the users array. One thing I just remembered is that the connect is a reserved keyword in sockets, so we will use connect user. Same on emitting the event. And since the user ID will be an integer, so we can't use it as an associative array. So we will make it string by prepending user dash to it. So now you see the user ID along with the socket ID. Now whenever someone updates the file, we need to send the event to all other users who has access to this file. Go to Files Controller, Update Content method. And fetch all the users whom this file is shared. Create an array that will hold the IDs of all those users and return this array and also the file ID. So it has returned the ID. Now where this response is received in edit.js file, we will emit a socket event and pass the file ID that has been changed and the user IDs that needs to be informed. Now we will listen to this event in server.js. And it will be socket, not socket IO. So you can see the file ID and other users IDs that needs to be informed. Now we will loop through all those users and send them the event. And it will be prepended by user dash. Now the other users need to listen to this event. And whenever receive should fetch the latest content of file using Ajax. And update it in global state. This will automatically update the file content in modal dialog. So when user on the left update the file, user on the right will call an Ajax. Now we need to create this API. First make sure the file ID is provided. Get authenticated user, get file ID, check if file exists, check if file is shared with me, write a condition that says check if the file is either created by me or shared with me. If not, then return an error. Otherwise, we will return the file object. And if the file path exists, then we will fetch the content of file and return the file object in response. And no need to convert the path to absolute, we will use relative path. Now you will see when I update the file on the left, it automatically gets updated on the right. The other user does not need to refresh the page. So that was it. I will mention the project link in the description of this video. You can check and let me know if you face any issue in this.